You know, the Syrian rebels that are going around and beheading all of the Christians and innocents who don't immediately convert to their cause, or at the very least taxing them and their families until they die of starvation, probably killing them anyway. Yeah, those guys, the awesome Syrian rebels that Obama is funding with all of our tax dollars and giving them CIA military weapons that are assault-style weapons he says should be banned here in the United States, but they can have all they want. Well, it turns out we're also arming them, and when I say we, of course, we are not doing this. We are not guilty of this, though they are using our taxpayer dollars. But the Obama administration, at least, is arming these Syrian rebels that are linked to Al-Qaeda amid all of this garbage about Al-Qaeda threat, by the way. Obama administration has been arming these Syrian rebels who are linked to Al-Qaeda, so they're indirectly or directly, really, funding Al-Qaeda with our taxpayer dollars and our weapons. So Al-Qaeda is now on our side, except when they threaten us and close all of our embassies because of a potential significant attack that now everyone else is freaking out about. But we're going to look at a few news pieces, specifically about how the CIA is moving missiles out of Libya to Syria's rebels. And then we're going to look at a CNN report on this exact subject, but how it spins it a little bit. So this is from Ynet, and there's a bunch of other ones too, but CIA moved missiles out of Libya to Syria's rebels. CIA trying to cover up information relating to the Benghazi attack that killed 4 Americans. Members of Congress are seeking an investigation into covert CIA efforts to move surface-to-air missiles out of Libya through Turkey and into the hands of Syrian rebels, CNN reported over the weekend. Well, of course they are. I mean, Obama, let me go to the piece real quick for you. In 2012, Obama authorized secret funding and support for the Syrian rebels. And Reuters even said it's a secret order. I'm going to show you right now. President Obama has signed a secret order authorizing U.S. support for rebels seeking to depose Syrian President Assad and his government. Sources familiar with the matter said. It goes on. It only has 774 tweets and 2,000 Facebook shares for the mainstream news, because no one is aware of this. So for those who say, Obama doesn't support the Syrian rebels, he doesn't support Al-Qaeda, well, he actually does. And he does so secretly in 2012 to authorize all of this to make sure it was happening, even though nobody wanted it to happen because we don't want to see Christians be beheaded and stuff. But let's not get too cynical with this. Let's get real into the information. I want to show you this Washington Times article, which is, this publication, by the way, is a lot better than the Washington Post. So, Syrians behead Christians for helping military as CIA ships in arms. And this, I've done a couple videos on this already, so we're not going to get too deep into this. I've done a video on it already, but a priest and another Christian were beheaded before a cheering crowd of Syrian insurgents who say they aided and abetted the enemy, Assad's military, foreign media reported. So they're chopping off the heads of Christians who don't convert immediately, and they are giving three options. Option 1 is you immediately die. Option 2 is you run away for your life and potentially die. And option 3 is that you pay an exorbitant amount of tax, which is then exacerbated pretty much daily to the point where you can't actually afford to pay them anymore, and then they just kill you. So that's what they do. That's what the Syrian rebels that are getting all these missiles and everything are doing. Let's go to the CNN report, though. Syrian rebels say they have received anti-tank and anti-aircraft missiles from June 21st, 2013. So this is an older report. The new report is revealing that the CIA gave these missiles to Syria. This report says that it's other countries, but then it goes on to say that we should or are in the process of giving the Syrian rebels all of these missiles. So it says, the White House has not publicly specified what steps it would take to support members of Syria's opposition. Those sources have told CNN that small arms, ammunition, and possibly anti-tank weapons would be part of the assistance package. Syrian rebels have long sought anti-tank and anti-aircraft weapons, saying they are outgunned by President Assad's military. So, the debate isn't should we give them missiles? Should we give them ammunition? Should we give them resources? Should we give them taxpayer dollars? It's we're going to do it, and then how much do we need to give them? CNN just goes on and talks about giving them all of this military equipment. Doesn't reference this Washington Times article. Syrians behead Christians for helping military as CIA ships in arms. Doesn't talk about that. Doesn't reference Obama's secret order in 2012 to do this, going through the legal process 100%, sidestepping it. None of that. How about this? Intrigue surrounding the secret CIA operation in Benghazi is not going away. And this is Business Insider. Goes into it as well. And it's not going away because we know now that it was essentially a front to deliver more arms to Syrian rebels. So why is the United States government, at least factions of it, supporting Syrian rebels who are going around killing all the innocents and Christians unless they convert to Islam and then killing them anyway? It's a good question. No one's talking about it. This is the biggest issue right now that we're facing in this immediate, short-term political spectrum right now. But no one's talking about it. People don't want to offend each other. They don't want to share this on Facebook because it could offend somebody who likes Obama or whatever. It's not even about Obama. It's not left versus right. I wasn't rooting for Romney. That's not how this works. We look at this and we say, hey, maybe we shouldn't give weapons to these rebels who are going in and literally killing babies of families to cheering crowds because they're barbaric, bloodlusting idiots. I mean, they're demonic troopers of hell. Why is this happening? It should not be happening. CNN's not reporting on it. Big surprise. They said Bradley Manning and all the supporters are anti-American extreme leftists. The good news is people are finding out about this, but we have to push this into the media. Share this video, share this article. People take this video and they'll put it on any article. I mean, if it's a good article, just share it, get it out there. The main point is if we drive this actual reality home enough that they're freaking out about Al-Qaeda now while we're funding these Al-Qaeda-linked Syrian rebels, I mean, their whole argument is over. The whole mainstream media lie system is ruined. They have nothing then. They have nothing. It shows that Obama actually goes on TV and he cries. He says how sad he was for all those the children that died, or Trayvon Martin, cries on that, dies Boston bombing, Sandy Hook. Yet here he is funding groups that go in and kill all the little children. He says he's a Christian, by the way. They're going in and killing all the Christians. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about any of that. He never said one word about it. He never said, man, it's horrible that we have to fund these Syrian rebels, that they're going in and killing all these little children. No, never said one word. It's just secret backdoor running in of the equipment and the military weapons to the Syrian rebels. It just shows that, it's all a 100% facade. So if anyone still believes that, Obama actually cares about you, it's 100% proof right there. So share this video, share this article, and get this word out so we can blast the mainstream media. I'm Anthony Gucciardi, and it's time that we seek real truth in news and stop buying the media BS.